Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy. Once get by, you're not. How you doing? What's going on? Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. What are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you doing? Where are you this time of the day? It's about 4:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, on this Thursday. What is it? Yeah, April 17th. Not a great day for me, guys. Not a great day for me. But, listen. You know, in just 2 more months, Gypsy Rose is going to get off parole. I'm shocked, but she might just make it. But I think she's going to get in trouble again. Because she can't help herself. We know that she's never going to be free and clear of being Gypsy Rose Blanchard and being held, and being, having the reputation as a mommy, Murderer. I saw an interview with her where she talks about how she, was speaking on behalf of Nick in Nick's trial. Because the truth of the matter is they had all of the evidence to show that Gypsy talked Nick into everything. So this thing of, well, I spoke in his trial, I stood up for him. They already had evidence. You tried to throw him under the bus in the interrogation room. So that's the problem. You see, that's the problem. People will see something like that interview, but they won't see the interrogation. Where she accused him of doing everything, including essaying her. So Gypsy, she's not going to be somebody who's going to be forthcoming with the truth. She's not going to tell the truth. She's not going to go to therapy. During the time, I got news for you. I'm not too sure she's going to have a relationship with her own family when she leaves and goes to Metairie to live with Ken. I'm just not too sure that that's something that's going to happen. Because, again, if you really cared about somebody and you really liked somebody, you basically wouldn't wait for them to die. Which is what, Rod and Christy did. If we're to believe their story that they were told that Gypsy was only going to live to be 16 or 18 years old, where were they? Catch you in another lifetime? I mean, where were they? What were they doing? Just spending time with their own family, raising their own family. Somebody like Gypsy, she's going to have resentment for that. She's going to have resentment for that. Because she's old enough to know if somebody wants to be a part of the kid's life, they're going to be a part of the kid's life. If not, they're not. But as far as Gypsy, let's talk about her and her mommyhood and what that's going to look like. Right now, it looks like a sloshy old mess of shit because she doesn't know what she's doing. She apparently doesn't want to learn because, again, no mommy and me courses. No, she knows it all, like how to put a camera in front of a distressed baby and make money off of it. That's brilliant. That's not exploiting your child at all. Nope. Nope, not at all. Guys, I'm starting to think, and there's not a lot more to say about Gypsy except reporting on her antics. We know what kind of piece of shit she is. If something came out and said that she actually used the knife on her mom herself, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't think it would surprise a lot of us. And unfortunately, I'm not too sure it would change the scenario, the situation, right? Double jeopardy. There would have to be something else. I don't know that that's going to happen. So in the meantime, Gypsy's got the last laugh, more or less. I mean, she does until she really starts thinking about why does she have the love of her life, which I guess would be Ken. How does she have the love for life? Well, she had to basically impregnate herself to keep him. And I think she's got to keep paying to keep him. Maybe another Jeep, a new Jeep in 2026. The house should be for a while. Somebody said they were renting that house at $2,200 a month. Gypsy said that her daughter was going to grow up in that house. She wanted that house for her daughter to grow up in that house. So I don't know if Gypsy owns the house, if Ken owns the house, or if they're renting. It's a weird thing to say if you're renting, right? Because how do you know you're going to have that house? That's kind of just off. But then again, the problem with everybody is that when it comes to Blanchard or Euchers or whatever, when their mouth moves, they're not telling the truth. That's the truth, I think that they're never going to be good people, because good people is something that they would have already been. Somebody said Gypsy donated $4,000 to Make-A-Wish too. I want to bring this to the attention, that she donated that to Make-A-Wish. That's the best you could do. You know how many wheelchairs you got? How many trips did you go on? And how about the interest in all that? Maybe, and I mean the monetary interest in that. How about, first of all, I don't believe that you donated that money. I think maybe a tax write-off, because things are a tax write-off. So, but I mean, if you're worth $3 million, you didn't even donate 1%, did you? Wow. That's crap for you. Complete crap for you. So what are you doing? Are you trying to appease people? Are you trying to make people believe? I don't even think that you're trying to make people believe. I don't think you care what people think, because if you did, you wouldn't be on social media. I think that you got really thick skin. Apparently not as thick as your mom's skin, which is really too bad, because maybe she'd still be around. But I think that you have really thick skin and you don't care. The problem is you don't know what kind of skin your kid has. And Ken, you don't know. You don't know how she's going to grow up with this ridiculous woman who exploits her and has this kid crying. Like, this stuff, internet's forever. You don't think people, when she gets older, look at what your mom did to get your dad. You know what? It's true, because there's a picture of your mom and your dad and you in the background. How? I mean, just, it's not even subtle. It's not even subtle, that. And who does that? Who just has a kid screaming on social media? And Gypsy, why wouldn't you think that we would criticize that? We would go over that with a fine-tooth comb. Why? It's just more important that you're on social media. Not that you're doing anything right on social media. It's just about the attention that you get being on social media. Would that be correct? At the cost of whatever? You love social media. The whole damn thing started on social media, didn't it? The whole thing, right? The whole thing. And it's continuing on. You want to show the world all about you. The problem is you use filters, and you're not that person. Kind of like Brie. And that's real shit, because that's lying. That's lying. That shows everybody that you're not happy with the way you look. And it gives people a thing to point and pick and say about you. Because we know it's a weakness. We know it's a weakness, because if it wasn't, you'd be showing yourself. I mean, you have a little girl, and what you're showing her is, listen, don't worry about it. You could be so unhappy with your body. We'll just go ahead and use filters. Or, it's not good enough the way you look. Why use something that clear, and then lie about the weight loss? Come on, man. You're a joke. You're a joke, and you keep giving us more and more to talk about. More and more to talk about. I'll take you as my bread. I'll keep making money off of you, Gypsy. If you keep giving me the shit to make money off of you, I'm going to keep making money off of you. Somehow you think you look good when you take a picture with a filter, and then somebody happens to get something candid of you on the outside, because we've seen that picture too. Let me tell you something. You don't look good. If you strive to look like the picture with the filter, then work on looking like the picture in the filter. Otherwise, accept the way you look and leave it alone. But don't be lying to people. I don't know how I'm losing weight. I don't know how I'm growing a neck. I don't know how my legs go up to my neck either. Come on, be real. What do you think, we're morons? But I think there is a certain group of people that follow you blindly that might be morons. So, I mean, maybe to your fan base, Gyps, they buy into that shit because they don't have a mind. But to the people that are like more critical of you, been around the block a couple times. I'm not talking about old, I'm just talking about wise. Yeah, you don't look anything like that. You're nothing like you are until you say something nasty. Until you have this fuck you or I don't give a shit attitude. Which you let that shine a little bit sometimes. That's your true self. The kindness in you is awkward. The kindness in you is a little pitch voice. The kindness in you is a different person that doesn't exist ever. That's not your default. Your kindness, Gypsy, is not your default. Your nastiness, conniving, lying self, that's your default. Yeah. Huh. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. And you're not. Be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. And don't sell your kids.